headache. I am so tired of constantly having to deal with such a laundry list of issues. Because guess what? We've got another item on that list. Alright, so yep, Red Fox is once again having another issue that I actually need to get resolved very quickly, and that's because it is a actual serious issue.
What's the problem then, Alpha? I mean, it can't be that bad.
Oh, it is, because this is an expensive one and it needs to get solved right away. The gas tank, it's leaking. Yes, I have a gas leak. So not only am I trying to combat the rising gas prices that are going on right now, plus inflation, I had looked so many places in the area, and this is the result. I have to spend at least $200 to get this gas leak replaced. This is even worse than my bearings. Ugh. If you happen to have watched my previous video, this is one of the reasons as to why I want to switch to electric. It's because of little things like these. These are things that for the most part you don't even think of until they actually happen, and then you realize how costly they are, because now I have to pay not only just more for gas in general, because thank you government, but also now because I'm not using all of that fuel, and now I have to refuel more often, and because now I gotta refuel more often, I gotta pay more.
Nice!
So I have to get this fuel line thing fixed, and yes, it's $200. I've looked elsewhere, and the only way I can do it for cheaper is if I buy the parts myself and figure out how to get underneath the car, remove the gas tank, figure out where the leak is. That's just such a nightmare. The bearings themselves were already enough of a nightmare, but they're at least, compared to most other components of the car, at least they're not that difficult to access. Versus the gas tank. That's not that easy to access, especially when you keep it as full as I do. You gotta remove that, and lifting that out is not easy when it's full. And then, because the gas tank is in the back of the car, you have to find where the fuel line is and follow that all the way up to the engine, which means you're pretty much going underneath the entire car, searching for where that gas leak is. If it's not in the tank, then it's probably in the fuel line. So frustrating. I'm so mad. I am so frustrated that this list of issues keeps piling on, because once again, I already have another bearing I need to change out after all 4 of them have been replaced. So yeah, we're on bearing, well, soon to be on bearing number 5, maybe 6, 7, and 8. Who knows how expensive that's going to get. But now we're going to be on a either new gas tank or fuel lines or fuel pump, or who knows what's causing the leak. I also have to do an oil change at some point. You want to know how much that's going to cost? $50. I got a quote for $50. It used to be $30. I'm pretty sure inflation and rising prices of oil in general are responsible for this. So yeah, today's video is definitely going to be one of the shorter ones, and I need to make a short one, but this is essentially me vlogging my life with owning a gas car. I am so frustrated with this one bit. I'm grateful that the insurance is cheap and I was able to buy the car for cheap, but just keeping this thing running is an absolute pain now. She still starts up every time, which is nice. When we stop doing that, then we're going to have to start reevaluating my ownership of a car here real quick. But this is just driving me nuts, and it doesn't matter what car you have. These are things that you're just going to have to deal with, new or used. At some point, the fuel lines are going to give out. The brake lines are going to give out. The spark plugs might possibly give out. There's just so many of these little details. When your car is working properly, you just forget that they're even there. You don't even realize how complex of a system it is to make the car function. But once some little thing just goes wrong, it just becomes that annoying and that expensive. I just hate having so many failure points on the car, and it's driving me nuts. I guess my wallet's taking another big hit, because not only do I actually need to get a new fueling system due to there's now a leakage, I also need new bearings, I need to do an oil change, and I actually need new tires too. I have absolutely hate dealing with this. This is an absolute nightmare. I really do not like dealing with this, and I really do not want to. But wow, lucky me. Yep. Because I own a gas car, I have to deal with these things. Sucks to be me. Alright, thank you for watching this quick rant. Do me a favor and interact with the stuff below. My name is DeWolf, Random Alpha, signing out.